Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss XRP, how it's currently performing and what we could expect. I will also be discussing this 13% breakout on XRP, what I tweeted about just several minutes ago. And as well, do not forget to follow me on Twitter at ThoroughCrypto. It will be highly appreciated and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. So this being said, let's get started. And I would like to start today by looking at the funding rates. So what we can clearly see right now is that the majority of the funding rates are negative. This means that once you are right now in a trade, you are right now getting paid for being in it. This means the majority of people right now are actually not trading, and therefore you are actually getting paid for being inside of this trade, or the majority of the people are, for example, shorting, so the longs are getting paid. But right now what you can clearly see is that the funding rates are negative, so therefore I think it's a great opportunity right now to place a long position, but as well any type of position so far. So if it's an overextended token, a short position is also very great. But you can clearly see that we are seeing these negative funding rates, very important. So if you are willing to trade, do not forget that down below in the description you'll be able to find a $3,500 deposit bonus on Bybit if you use the link down below. This is only for first-time depositors. Let's get started on XRP, and what we are clearly seeing on the 1 hourly time frame is the symmetrical triangle getting created. What is very important to me is that we have already seen 3 touch points below this descending resistance. We are right now retesting this range as a descending resistance range. Clearly we have as well seen multiple touch points on top of this ascending support. Therefore this is a confirmed symmetrical triangle, and as well as I said previously during my tweet that I posted several minutes ago, you can clearly see that this will be approximately 13% breakout or breakdown. If we do see a breakout, we will be seeing this breakout occur, for example, right now during the upcoming hours, and that would be a 13.4% breakout. As well, if we do see the breakdown occur, it will be as well 13%. But what I think is absolutely good to know is that we will be breaking down below the 70 line. So I personally think that is quite unusual, especially because we did actually find a stronghold right here at approximately 72 cents, and that's also the reason why I personally think that if we're going to see a breakdown, we will actually held strong on top of this range. So let's get started and let's take a quick look at a few indicators and what they are actually telling us right now. So getting started with the MACD, if we take a look at the MACD, you can clearly see that we are right now heading towards a crossover. This means that we could perhaps expect momentum towards the downside getting created, and that is something I do actually agree with right now, especially because we have seen already multiple 1 hourly candles getting rejected underneath this descending resistance, and therefore I think it's likely that we are going to retest this ascending support before being able to see a breakout or either a breakdown occur. So D actually does look a little bit more doubtful, and I think it is actually quite healthy if we would retest this ascending support. If we hold strong on top of it, see eventually a breakout occur, because how more touch points inside of this pattern, how more significant this pattern will be. On the 4 hourly time frame, we are seeing still momentum towards the upside taking place after we did experience a major downward momentum. Therefore I personally think that we will actually see a momentum decline right now taking place, but perhaps not a crossover, and that would be actually very good for our overall trend, especially if we do see just a minor decline in price action. It will be actually amazing. So therefore, what I think is important to know right here is that we would not like to see a crossover occur within the upcoming 24 hours. We would like to see still a continuation of the upward momentum, eventually a decline, but the momentum increasing afterwards. So that is something I'm personally looking forward to if we would see that scenario playing itself out. And on the daily time frame, what I think is good to know is that we are losing momentum strength. So for the overall trend, we would actually like to see more continuation of momentum towards the upside during the upcoming 24 to 48 hours to eventually see this crossover occur as well on the daily time frame, and that would for sure help XRP see a major leg towards the upside getting started. Well, this being said, I would like to discuss on the 4 hourly time frame as well the RSI, and what you can clearly see on the RSI is something I think is actually quite good to know, and that is that we are seeing this minor bearish divergence. We are clearly making this higher high on the RSI, and we are seeing as well this lower high on the chart. Therefore this is a bearish divergence, and I do totally think that we are not going to see right now an increase above this descending resistance, just because we are seeing as well this bearish divergence on the 4 hourly time frame. If we head towards the 1 hourly time frame, we are seeing actually something very similar occur. We are seeing as well at the exact same point in time this lower high on the chart, and we are as well seeing this beautiful higher high on the RSI. Therefore I'm actually expecting that we are going to see right now a minor decline in price action heading towards a retest on top of this range, and after that point in time we will have to monitor this pattern very closely to see if we will see a breakdown below this range and eventually a 13% move towards the downside, or if we are going to hold strong on top of this ascending support and eventually see a breakout occur above the descending resistance and moving towards the upside afterwards. So that is for sure something I think is very important. Lastly, during this video, I would like to discuss on the 1 hourly and 4 hourly time frame the EMA ribbon. The EMA ribbon clearly right now supporting the trend for the very first time after a long period of time. We did experience major momentum towards the downside. Personally, right now, I think it is likely that we're going to see that minor decline heading towards a retest on top of the EMA ribbon. What would be absolutely amazing for the overall trend is that if we would see a decline and held strong on top of the EMA ribbon, eventually see a breakout occur. But right now, we have to take both options into consideration. We might perhaps break further down below and experience a breakout afterwards, or instead a breakdown even further towards the downside. On the 4 hourly time frame, we still have the EMA ribbon right now at the exact same point in time where we are retesting this descending resistance. On the 1 hourly time frame, we are as well experiencing the EMA ribbon on the 4 hourly time frame. This is for sure telling me that we are actually not going to be able to push forward. I personally think that it is likely that we're going to see a minor decline and afterwards that major move towards the upside getting created. I think it will be as well very healthy for the overall trend if we do see actually a retest underneath. So right now, I'm currently not concerned at all. But what I think is very important for all of the people watching right now is that you should give me a thumbs up down below if you're liking the content so far. That is absolutely amazing. You will be supporting the channel by doing so. And do not forget as well to hit that subscribe button at the same time. And what I was saying is that if we do actually monitor this pattern right now very closely, we will eventually see that breakdown or breakout occur. And what I think is important is that this is a good trading opportunity for all of us. So please do not worry right now if we do see a decline. If we hold strong on top of the $0.78, it will be for sure still a confirmed pattern. So right now, I'm actually not concerned about the trend at all. I'm actually very glad that we are heading towards a retest on top of this ascending support. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.